All right, here we go. We are standing by to go live. Got a tie of the week going on. Getting things kicking off. Last tie of the week live before I head out west. Montana. Sticking it out for a 15 hour car drive. That's how we roll out to the fishing hole. So we'll get this started here in just a few minutes. Counting things down and hitting that share button. That's what I need you to do. Hit that share button. This is a new setup for me. This is on a new camera. And we'll see if we can get a couple of people to hop in for the 6 o'clock tie of the week. That's going to be quite annoying if that happens. We'll make sure we get all the volume, all the buzzers and dings and all that turned off. So yeah, it's been a great week. I had a great week this week fishing wise. Yeah, just going after those large or those smallmouth bass on the Mississippi. And you know, the interesting thing is what do? It's you tie all these flies and the only thing they hit on is the good old Clouser minnow. So yeah, what do? Counting down, where are we at? 56, so 4.5 minutes. And yeah, we'll get things going here. This is the green butt skunk. This is a continuation of the A to Z tying series. So we'll get things going here. Post. That's what I need to do. Post. Copy, paste, post. It's the life of a YouTuber. Copy, paste, and post. Because it doesn't copy, paste, and post itself. I don't know. I feel like I'm constantly posting stuff online and interacting and so on and whatnot. And sometimes, I don't know, I feel like I'm doing a little bit too much. But, you know, when I post on the different tying groups, I always post a picture, and then in the comments, that's where I bury the links to the videos, and in the video is buried the recipe in the description. So, you know, if you're lucky enough to stumble across, then, I don't know, hit the like button, hit that thumbs up. Show some love, show some kindness. So, who do we got out there tonight? Who do we have? We'll be checking in with the chat here just a moment. We got a reconnecting. Okay, for some reason we got disconnected. Hopefully this is reconnected and it's not all for nothing. We had the big giveaway last week. Got those flies tucked away. Picking up a fly box out in Montana to put them all in. It's one of the things I didn't really think of beforehand. let's see here. Let's say hi and hello. Anybody out there? Hello, chat. Sometimes the internet connection isn't 100%, but I don't know. It says we got a couple people out there, so. And then they come and they go. Let's see. Show live chat messages. Alright, so in theory, if anybody says hi or hello on the chat, it should come up on my display. There we go. We got Jimmy. How you doing, Jimmy? We got somebody out there. Alright, we got confirmation. We got 6 o'clock. It's time to go. So let's go ahead and tie this up. I'll get my little clock out of the way. I'll set that out of the way. So this is a newer setup for me. Like I was saying, this is a an upgrade on the camera. Well, camera slash phone. So please bear with me. Get this into focus here. And I got a funny little tripod because the case on this, it's really not that safe to grab onto it with the alligator clips, which is what I used to use. So I don't know, adapt and overcome, that's what we do, right? Alright, so this is a continuation of the A to Z. This is G is for the green butt skunk. There's the little green butt. So we get another round of lights on. So anyways, this is on, I only have a couple of these left. The very first one I did, I used a different type of different chenille than what I'm using tonight, and I ended up stripping it down. How you doing, Jimmy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got two Jimmys, Jimmy R and Jimmy E. Anyways, this is an old Mustad and Sons hook, size 2. It's a 36890. It's a nice, beautiful old hook. I only have a few of them, so I really had to hone in on how I wanted it to be tied up, because I didn't have too much to go off of other than, you know, the picture and the whatnot. So here we go, 4/0. This is an old hook. We'll give it an old thread. Why not? So we'll start this right behind the eye, like all good flies. It begins but with a single wrap of thread. And this little spot right there, you really have to pay attention to that, because that, if you're not paying attention, that right there will nick your thread. And so I heard it tick tick a couple times. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm packing up for my trip. I got a whole backpack, you know, larger size kind of rucksack, go pack, all packed up full of goodies, materials, hooks. I got a whole post fly box, black box, just crammed full of hooks. That's all it is, just solid hooks, and they're all relatively small, we'll say. All right, let's do our tail. Tail on this, just a basic red hackle. And we're going to line up the fibers. And I apologize for the little buzzing. Like I said, this is a new phone for me, and I'll figure out how to turn off that when I'm doing the videos, because that's mildly annoying. Alright, so a little bit of red hackle. Oh, did I just see Rob jumping? Yes. How you doing, Rob? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Red hackle tail. I don't know. We're going to just tie this in maybe about a gap of the hook. And I want it to kind of flip up. So after a couple wraps, I'm going to do one tight wrap underneath. And we're just going to go ahead and just tie that all in. Beautiful. All right, to the butt. All right, Jimmy, before I go too far, Jimmy with an E. I have something to show you. I saw that picture of that purple fly, and I think if I have it, I might be able to split you off some, and I can't find it. I thought I had it here. Nope, I was mistaken. I was thinking about this stuff here, this gilt eyelash stuff, and I thought I had some in purple. And if you know what, if I can find it, it's yours. You'll know you love those purple flies. I love those purple flies. There ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so our green butt skunk, of course, needs a little green butt. And yes, this is a Ziploc bag, piece of cardboard. Just trim that down. Made myself a little piece of cardboard. Because you know, if you get bags or bins or boxes of old material, the odds are there's a wad of chenille in there somewhere. Strip off the fluff, and we'll tie that in right there. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, I'll be standing with my feet in the waters. I don't know where we're going to start. We might be just starting in the Madison, maybe by Reynolds. That's where we started last year. We started at Reynolds, saved $3 for a different day. We got a little spot tucked away. We've nicknamed it the Crazy Waters. Some fast nymphing action there. You know, if you're not paying attention, you can kind of make yourself a little dizzy just tracking. And it's going to be interesting because I'm going to be experimenting with different types of indicators. So far, I've been using the New Zealand, the wool, and I've been using the thingamabobbers. And now I have some other ones. I'll pull them out, but they're packed. So we'll see. We're going to do some comparing. All right, we're going to tie in our ribbing. Sulky's Silver Hollow Shimmer. And we'll take a couple tight wraps and lock that in. All right, we're going to keep our thread right there. Now see, this is where your ability to stay frugal really comes into factor. When you start running low on materials, you really start thinking about what you have to work with and how you can make what you have last. All right, got the chenille tied in, and we'll work our thread forward. I'm going just onto that double wide part because this is a nice long body. So 4th of July week was this last week. I'll give you the fishing report. Monday I met up with a gentleman from Facebook the Minnesota Fly Fishing Facebook group put out a thing on Sunday night and says, hey, I want to hit the river in the St. Cloud, Sauk Rapids area. Anybody interested? And I said, ooh, 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 me. So we hooked up and we went out. He caught some big ones. I caught some smallmouth. He hooked up on a couple decent ones. Mine were, I don't know, not big, but, you know, it's fun to catch. Tuesday was the 4th of July, so that was a day home. No fishing that day. And then Wednesday, I went out to volunteer with Project Healing Waters, so I went out there a little bit early. And being the kind guy that I am, I did not necessarily beat up the waters where you are fishing with the veterans. I kind of went upriver a little ways. And I had about 12 or 13, give or take. I don't know. Depends if you want to count the rocks and the stumps. No stumps, but there was some decent sized vegetation floating along. But alright, so we did some counter wraps. We got our ribbon forward. And let's go ahead and trim that off. PJ Pigeon, what's up, buddy? Welcome. So, yeah, got in on some of that action on the Tipsy Tire last night. You know, it's a lot of fun to watch. But I can only do so much. I could watch it all night, but you know, when my wife gets out of work, I like to spend time with her. She's been hard at work all day, and I sat there and I watched it while I was waiting in the parking lot for her to get out of work. So, anyway, so we're gonna do some calf tail for an underwing. Underwing. What are you eating under there? What are you eating under there? I don't know. Underwear. I'm not afraid to say it. Alright, so we cut off a nice little tuft of calf tail. Well, welcome home. Glad you're safe and off the road. It's always got to feel good to be home. Alright, so I don't know. I don't want to stack this. I kind of like the kind of gnarly taperedness. I don't know. Something about it. I like it. Yeah, this is actually kind of late for you to get back in there, PJ. Alright. I'm going to take this kind of, you got to eyeball it. I'm going to take that scraggliness. We're going to take it to just past the butt. Here we go. Beautiful. I like this new setup with the new phone because I can see the comments in the display of the phone, and I don't necessarily have to depend on reaching my head over and looking at the actual physical computer. Because this is actually, it's being streamed right from my phone. Alright, I need everybody to stop what you're doing right now. Check your watches. Because you know I'm going to ask you what time it is. Check your watches and let me know what time it is. Not 1913, son. Are you crazy? It is not 1913. That's right. It's hackle time. We are doing neck hackle. This is in the color of black. And I don't know, I really like the way it looks on this this fly. Oh. It's not as I don't know. Hard to explain. Something about it. I like the neck hackle on this. That's all I can say. I'm just going to trim off the butt. We're going to do our high and tight buzz cut on either side. That needs to, alright, don't tell nobody, but I'm going to make that into a shirt. What time is it? It's hackle time. I don't need anybody stealing my ideas yet before I've even had them. Anyways, we'll lock in our wonderful neck hackle. Really lock that in. Alright, looking for my hackle pliers. I've lost my other hackle pliers. I don't know where they've gone to, but I don't know. Things can only go so far on a fly bench. And I've cleaned the things up relatively. I've got things packed up, ready to go. I got drawers that are just empty. I don't know. But the longest fibers are that same length. And we're going to do nice close touching wraps. Working this forward. And this is going to be one of those work the feather forward so you can tie all the fibers back. And fold everything down. I don't know, it does kind of look, looks kind of interesting, kind of palmered on like a dry fly. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I'll do that after this. We'll see if I can't get a... Should we tie a monster dry fly? Something in a size 2. I know what we could do. We could do... I got it. I got an idea for this next fly after this one, because I can only tie a couple of these. I just want to save the hooks for other patterns. Which patterns? I don't know. I haven't tied them yet. Trim off the tip of that hackle. This is where the magic happens. I'm going to fold that back. I like it. It's not perfect, but I like it. Fold that back, mush that all down. We'll build up a little head here. And you know how many turns I'm going to finish this with the whip finish, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoop, there we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm sure Steve has got to be in a little pain today. He doesn't. I don't know. I mean, I know Steve, but I don't know Steve. I mean, I know he doesn't do a tipsy tire every week, so I don't know how he can drink. But if he kept up with the tipsy tire, he did all right then. That was a good show. He gets a little wild in the background, but you know that's the beauty of doing a live stream, right? So this is some UV Loon UV Clear in the flavor of the Thin. There we go. We'll give that a zap with the UV torch. I got one little fiber, and I can see it with the UV. Here we go. I think that's all right. The green butt skunk. I don't know. What do you think? Give me some thumbs up if you like it. I like it. I think it's an excellent addition for the A to Z tying series. Let's go ahead and check out. I'm going to tie a bigger fly. I'm going to tie a big, ginormous dry fly. I'm going to tie a dry fly, big monster dry fly, just because, I don't know, I'm feeling like having some fun. No, we're going to save my 6.0. We're saving that for a special project. I can't tie a 6/0 dry fly. You know how much foam? I mean, yeah, it would be a popper, but I'm trying to think of something else. I got an idea, and I'm going back into my archives on the computer here and looking up a pattern that I've already tied. And apparently it was way back when. I'm looking for my yellow Sally. Let's see what goes in on the yellow Sally. All right, I got this. What was my brown hackle? All right, let's do it. Let's tie a big old yellow Sally. Big old foam. Big old giant foam yellow Sally. Oh, this is gonna be fun. All my foam is packed except for this one piece. This is what kind of gave that idea to me. And I think I have an idea. So we are absolutely 100% just kind of freestyling now. So this was the tie of the week. Once we go off the air here, we might, well, not we might, we will, I will be posting the video for the step-by-step and the whatnot. Alright, this is what we're doing. We're doing some crazy things here. This is just kind of as we go. Did I pull this out of the 2/0? Yeah, I did. Did I do that right? No, I did that backwards. Don't matter. How do I do that? Will that work? I think that'll work. Hello, brother. How's it going? At Brody Hall. Getting some dinner, huh? Say hi to the gang for me. Alright. We're going to use this white. No. Yeah, we're going to use this white thread. And let's start this up front. We are freestyling now, folks. This is unscripted, 100% reality. We're doing Some dry fly action. And I'm going to just wrap this back and wrap this forward. You see where I'm going with this, right, guys? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't know. There'll be something to look at least. That's for sure. A little bit of foam. This is it's just your standard craft foam. Let's see here. This is a lot of fun. We're going off the deep end today. Wait a minute. PJ Pigeon at Pigeon Fly Tying. Wolverines go. Whoa, PJ. I don't know if we can do that. Listen, I don't know if we can be friends after a comment like that. That's just some cold stuff right there. So here we go. I'm just going to bind this down first because that's where I got that super glue. Here we go. Let's see. Can I do this? Will this help me? I think so. Trying to, not so good at this. Let's see if I can just, This is what I need to do. I need to let go out of the vise. Just hold this in my hand. Oh my goodness. So what do you guys say? Let me hear some fishing stories from this week from everybody. Who caught a fish? What did you catch it on? For me, it was a lot of bass, and it was all on clouser minnows. Uh-oh. I felt that. I felt myself pulling on it too tight. That happens though. Let's see here. Rethreading back here. We're gonna rethread. Got one sucker, one yellow belly. You went out scouting. Brian went out scouting. You know, scouting is very important. You gotta know. Well, you know, also for safety purposes, you really have to know your water. You know, safety is everybody's responsibility, they say. I'll get this back into the camera. So yeah, things are looking a little weird over here. That's all right. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of doing something. We're making a big giant 2-aught dry fly out of this. Right now I'm just trying to even out the foam going in between the different size bubbles. There we go. We're getting close. I can feel it. I'm just gonna let that do its own thing, because it's foam. All right. Ouch. It's also a very sharp hook. All right, I think that looks interesting enough. A couple more turns, just kind of bind that down. Yeah, it's a thing, that's for sure. All right. All right, so that's the big old yellowtail. Oh, man. Here we go. We're going to take a pause for the cause. Sky's out, flies out. Check it out. Post fly. I love the color. I love the salmon pink color. All right. Do we want to leave it at that, or do we want to do a little something? We'll leave it at that. We're going to leave that tail right there at that. Either that, or I will go over I'm debating. Do I want to go over it all with the UV clear and hit it? No, I do not. But I will take some of the secret sauce. We do some secret sauce right here on this foam portion. So this is going to end up being this big giant monster yellow-tailed 2-aught dry fly. Is it anything in particular? Absolutely not. This is an exercise of creativity. This is an exercise of imagination being my only limitation. And if you don't like it, keep on scrolling. That's what they say, right? Keep on scrolling. Here we go. Because I think with the UV, so your koozie, so Brian came in, his koozie came in green, and he was just watching it. Okay, yeah, the Copper John, it's a fun little pattern. I like it. I got mine all packed up, ready to roll. Let's see here. We want to do some hair. Let's do... I know if Steve was watching, Steve would be chiming in and saying we need to do polar bear hair, but we're not going to do polar bear hair. We'll save that for a rainy day. I'm looking for something light and something long. Maybe I'll just have to do a bucktail. That's what it's going to be. Because it's not packed up. Let's see, what sticker did I get? I don't remember which one I got. I think I got the pig sticker. Yeah. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. I gotta throw that on my blue box of happiness. That's what I call my fishing tub. Alright, Brian, you have yourself a wonderful evening. Thanks for tuning in. Happy time and tight lines. Alright, we're going to do some bucktail. We're going to do a little frill off the back. And I'm going to take this from the base. Oh, good night, PJ. Have a good night. Be safe in the morning. So I'm going to take a very sizable chunk, and I want this to flare out. So I'm going towards the base. I want this to be more like a body hair. I really want that to flare out. Either that or I do the calf tail. What do you guys think? Calf tail or bucktail? I'm doing a little wing to go. It's going to go about there. Thereabouts. So, Jimmy with an R says, bucktail, bucktail it is. Let's go ahead and run this through we'll run it through the cleaner. Get yourself a little eyebrow brush. If you're lucky, you can find it at the dollar store. Nice handle to hold on to. Clean out all the junk. That's 90% of it, cleaning out the junk. I don't know, what do you guys say? We're going to run this through the stacker. I really don't have much of a time constraint tonight, so we can go a little bit longer than normal. That's why I did my official tie of the week. Well, we can call this the official tie of the week. I don't know. I had to have an official tie for the days I had multiple flies on the live stream because of the giveaway, but the giveaway is done. Congrats to Don Alardi for winning the flies. That's some consolation prizes. That body needs something. That body needs something before I tie this in. I can't just leave that alone like that. And we got some cow dung olive. I can't make that up, folks. I cannot. We're going to cut some of this off. We're going to tie this in. We're going to do a little back and forth. Just to give that a little something extra. And I'm going with the silk floss because I want it to be light. I twist it up a little bit. Keeping it nice and open because I'm going to turn around and come back with it. Heck, I might just take this up the tail. This is live, unscripted fly tying here. They're freestyling here. What it is what it is. Do I take this all the way up? No, I'm not going to take that all the way up. I'm just going to leave the tail as it is. We'll just lace this back. Just to give that a little diversity on color pattern breakup. Is this how you catch a 20-inch trout with a 2/0 hook? Is that what it takes? Alright, we'll go ahead and do this bucktail now. Nope, I am not. Brian's asking if I'm going to be doing the videos from now on for Post Fly, and that is a Negatron. They will be having other members of the tribe doing videos. Each month, from what I understand, is just going to be a different tribe member's video, which is pretty cool. I mean, I think it's going to be interesting, you know, especially if you get somebody who doesn't normally do videos. You know, is it a social video or is it an instructional video? Because social videos, I really don't mind which way the camera's pointing, or if I can even see the fly. But if you're trying to be a legit instructional video, this is how it should be done. But that's just my opinion. When I'm trying to learn how to tie a fly, I like watching it. And I'm biased. I'm right-handed. I like seeing it from a right-handed tier's perspective, from the tier's point of view. Basically, I think I need to move the camera up or back, down. Why don't you guys say? We should have said something, because this was set up for the other. Here we go. Going off the deep end here, folks. Really lock that down. All right. So let's go ahead and check our watches once again. You know what time it is. It's hackle time! Yay! Let's see here. I'm just digging through for some big white hackle. A big brown hackle. Ooh, I wonder if this is big enough. Not big enough. Maybe I could go with the yellow. This is what I'm talking about. There we go. Now that's some big old yellow hackle. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to use these. And because it needs it, we're going to do 3. Actually, let's change that up. We're going to do 3 of those. And 1 of those, just to get a little... Wait a minute. This is it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, this is going to be a lot of fun, folks. But actually I wanted to try to... We'll throw 1 of these in there. If you guys could see what's going on in my mind mentally right now, that's a lot of crazy things. All right, so I'm tying on some multiple hackle feathers here because I really want this to really be big and bushy, and this being a slightly larger than your typical dry fly hook, we're gonna tie a couple extra feathers in there. We'll do that one. We'll do this one. I bet you I can get a bass to crush this. I bet you. Alright, now I got this big a weird thing. It's kind of more like a soft hackle, but I'm going to throw it in there anyways. It's nice and long. I'll get lots of wraps out of that. I'll get it some color, some texture, some definition. Alright, here goes nothing. We're going to go bananas with this. We're going to start with this dark one. We're going to see what happens as it wants to twist and fold. This one wants to go on reverse, but I don't care. I like it. It's a monster. We're going to go back through with the other hackles and fill in the gaps. Now this is when you really want to be careful. This is when you're doing stuff like this. They got that nice brand new sharp 2/0 hook hanging out at the belly of the beast. I bet you this is going to get some action. This can at least create some action in the water. That's for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and do another one. We're just going to get that right there in the mix. Whatever happens, happens. Ooh, I like it. We'll lock that off. Here we go. I'm thinking I might... They're all packed. Ah! I'm so limited right now because everything's packed. I was going to get some... I was going to add some rubber legs. But we'll do that on the next... We'll do that on the next one. If we do a next one. I don't know. So we'll have to see here what happens to this fly. We'll see if it sinks or swims. And if it catches a fish or not. Here we go. Not too concerned about losing a fiber or two. I got a million of them. And let's go ahead and just tie this off. 1, 2, 3. We're going to add a little Dabadooya, a little insurance policy, a little Sally Hansen's. Just get that right in there. Big old fly. Alright, that is a giant dry fly. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I think it, you know, it may not necessarily float like a dry fly. I don't think it will. I don't know. What do you think? Will it sink or swim? Sink or swim? And will it catch a fish? I think it will. I mean, yeah. If you miss this one, it needs some legs. if it had some Jiminy Christmas cricket legs or something coming out of the back. But my legs, this is what I got. This is what I got. Rubber legs. Nothing. I got some old stretch tubing, some D-rib, a small hook, because it's all packed up, ready to roll. Let's see, 650. I don't know, do we keep going? Do we keep tying? Do we keep freestyling? Because that's about where I'm at right now. All my patterns are tied for Montana, 90%. No, I'm going to say 90%, but a lot of the material is packed up, ready to go. A lot of the smaller hooks are packed up, ready to roll. I don't know, do we keep tying? It's 650. Usually I wrap up sometime before 7. I don't know. Or I could use my time wisely and do something. Pack up. Let's do another one. We won't do this big old fly, but we'll do something different. Gosh, it's kind of interesting when everything's packed up and locked up. We're gonna do another freestyle here, folks, 'cause that's how we roll right now. This is going to be one of those can it be contained flies. The madness. Alright, we're going to stick with the 3366, but we're going to bump it down to a size 4. That's right here. And let's go ahead and switch back to our black thread. We'll put the white thread back. We're just going to keep on tying. Remember when I did that 4-hour or 6-hour, I don't remember how many hours it took me to do those casting for recovery sandy beetles. We're going to do a little mop tail on this. We're going to do just that tip. We're going to tie it in up front. We're going to lay it all the way down. Because I got an idea. The other day, Jimmy with the E was tying up some lightning bugs. Those are pretty cool. I love me a good lightning bug. I don't see them anymore. Are they something that you can only see as a child? I don't know. Oh, I had something I was going to do for that body. And where did I put it? Everything is in such a disarray right now. It's kind of disheartening. I mean, I found a little piece of material on the floor. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Got that body on there nice and tight. And we're going to whip finish. And trim that off. And that's going to give us plenty of room to work with some of the hollow shimmer. Ooh, wait, let's switch that up. We'll take out the silver and replace it with the gold. gold. I'm going to do a golden body. And sometimes it's just a lot easier to tie with your, to do what I'm about to do here without the black thread in the way. And that's just going to go bananas. I'm going to cover the majority of this with the gold hollow shimmer. Would go with something a little bit bigger, but again, it's packed. We don't have that many options. This is going to be something new and different. Little mop tail. You can see I have to, maybe that's why, have it wrapped around the post. That'll take some of the twist out of it. Ooh, that's nice. So much smoother. We're just going to work this back and forth. Because we are going to do a little Matuka style. This. So I'm going to go for 2 beautiful feathers, hand selected. With nice tips. Here we go, there's 1. And here we go, number 2. Alright, so we got our feathers ready. I'll put my black thread back on. Let's get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and take these. Take the outsides out. We'll line up these tips. What do you think? That's it right there. Alright, we're going to tie these in nice and tight up front. We're going to spike that up. And this will be a normal forward wrap. Forward like a normal. Do our best to trap as minimal one of these fibers. All right. Oh, we lost it. We're gonna finish this up though. Whether anybody comes back, I don't know. We'll see. Some technical difficulties, apparently. But We're going to finish this fly out, that's for sure. That is for sure. Alright, we got a couple people back. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what's going on here. If I knew. I knew. But I don't. I'm going to finish this fly out and we'll call it a night. Let everybody get back to their friends, families, loved ones, back to their fly tying devices. On this beautiful July. So, alright, so for next week, hopefully we're going to be doing our tie of the week live as usual, regularly scheduled time. But this will be from Montana. And if all goes to plan, we should be meeting up with Steve from the 406 Flyboys. Potentially at the Driftwater. So that's the plan. That's the plan. We're going to do the same thing with the hackle like we did on the green butt skunk. We're going to just fold everything. We're going to tie everything forward so we can fold it all back. Maybe it was just too much for the internet to handle. I do have my backup computer off to the side where I make sure everything's running properly. But I have that's hardwired in, so it shouldn't mess with the internet. With the Wi-Fi, rather. It does come into consideration, but we'll see. We'll fold this back. We'll tie these down. One little spot there. There we go. One, two, three. And that's going to be it. So wrapping up, next week we're going to be live in Montana. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're a subscriber. You have that little alarm bell feature to get notifications whenever I post or do anything on YouTube. I might just do a random Riverside live stream. Maybe of me catching a fish, who knows? It all depends on the coverage out there. No guarantees. But if there is no live stream next week, please forgive me. You know, I'm putting up the gone fishing sign. Because there's no sense of tying all these flies if you're never going to fish them. So this is something different. This is a mix between a mop fly, a Matuka style, something or another. I don't know. I'm just horsing around now. I bet you something would hit that. What do you think? What do you think? Alright, gang. That's going to be it. It's been a long day packing, getting ready to roll. Yeah, after this stream, I'm gonna get onto the computer and produce and publish the green butt skunk. This is so silly. This is insane. Wish I had a magnet. I don't know. Forced perspective.